let you go, Clark. What you wanted to talk about the Buffalo Bills? Would you have
Oh
on that?
yeah. So obviously the Buffalo Bills they lose to the Chiefs in the playoffs again. Um, Obviously incredibly disappointing for them and their fans. I know a lot of people are paying attention to the missed field goal, but really that would have just tied the game, and the Chiefs probably would have gotten the ball and drove down the field and won the game anyway. So I think the bigger concern coming out of that game was some of the deep passes that Josh Allen threw. He needed his receivers to make some plays. They didn't do that. That caused some problems. And then that last throw uh, on third down, or I don't know, maybe it wasn't on third down, but he had a guy open in the end zone, and I think it looked like his lineman kind of bumped into him as he was throwing, and that caused him to short arm the ball, so it didn't get there. And people are kind of criticizing. It's like, well, he was open in the end zone, but you also had Stephon Diggs wide open over the middle, and it's like, I'm not going to criticize a guy for trying to get the ball into the end zone. I mean, the guy was open. If he didn't get bumped into, I think he hits that, and they take the lead, and then we'll see what happens. And if you guys remember correctly, in the 2021 game, the last 2 minutes of the game, both teams just went back and forth up and down the field. So it could have been possible that if they score there, and then the Chiefs go down and score, and then the Bills get the ball back, and then they go down and score. So I'm not going to criticize the guy for that. Anyway, as far as just long term, discussing Josh Allen's legacy as a player, and kind of, well, is he ever going to be able to beat the Chiefs, or the Bills ever going to be able to get back to the conference championship game or back to a Super Bowl and potentially win it? Look, I don't know. Like I was just saying before, the AFC is kind of a gauntlet to try to get through. There's so many good teams. And, I just think that we need to kind of calm down about, saying, well, he can't beat Patrick Mahomes. Okay, well, what does that mean? Very few people can beat Patrick Mahomes. Basically, it's Tom Brady, Joe Burrow, and Josh Allen does beat Patrick Mahomes in the regular season. So I don't understand what we're really proving when you're saying he can't beat Mahomes. So what, he stinks? No, he doesn't stink. He's really good. It's just Mahomes is, a cut above him. Or maybe it's not even that. Maybe it's just Mahomes and the Chiefs are a cut above the Bills. They've also been there before. They've won championships, so they've got that going for them. So I just think people need to kind of calm down about that. Josh Allen, they've every year he's been there, they've made the playoffs. And every year except the first year, they go to the playoffs and they win one playoff game. Do you realize how hard that is? Like, do you realize how rare that is? That's just making the playoffs every year is difficult. The Dolphins made the playoffs 2 years in a row. That hasn't happened in 2 decades. Okay? So, he's really good. Does he turn the ball over a little too much? Yeah. But you know what? The way their team is, they need him to go out there and make plays. And a lot of times he does. And if you look at his numbers over the last 5 years, he's been absolutely unbelievable. Okay? And I will keep saying this till the end of time. Josh Allen beat the Chiefs in 2021. His defense and his coaches blew the game. I'm sorry, when you have to walk off the field with the lead with 13 seconds left, you're supposed to win. If you don't, that's a defensive failure. Okay? So, I really don't want to hear this, oh, we just can't beat Mahomes in the playoffs. Yeah, fine, whatever. Okay? That doesn't prove he's not a really good quarterback. He is a really good quarterback. And I'm a fucking Dolphins fan, by the way. So I'm having to defend the quarterback of the Bills, who is clearly a gigantic obstacle that's going to prevent the Dolphins from ever getting far in the playoffs. But, yeah, I just kind of I liked what Greg Cosell said on Colin Cowherd's show yesterday. What do you guys want to do with Josh Allen? You want to just get rid of him and get another quarterback? Like, I don't understand. He's really good. And yeah, he's really good. I don't understand. Like, people are criticizing, well, he's not the winner. Yeah, fine. He's not as good as Patrick Mahomes. There's very few people that are. So I don't think that's a criticism. He's really, really good. Can we just, guys, at this pace, you think Josh Allen's not going to get in the Hall of Fame?
Right.
Maybe he won't win a Super Bowl, but so what? Lamar Jackson might not win a Super Bowl. Joe Burrow might not win a Super Bowl. Justin Herbert, even with Jim Harbaugh as his coach, might not win a Super Bowl. What does that prove?
Yeah, no. Josh Allen's fantastic. All the 30 other franchises would love to have Josh Allen as their quarterback. Okay, so the Buffalo Bills have some issues that they need to work out. And this is another game where don't give me statistics about this game, okay? Josh Allen played really well. Like, I don't want to hear, well, he only threw for, yeah, they ran the ball really well. That was his job, to be
Did you see
efficient.
him run the ball though?
Right.
Did you
Yeah.
see
And
that throw he made in the corner of the end zone, like on the move? I mean, come on, guys, come on. I mean,
yep.
the
And
throw he made to Stephon Diggs, he should have caught that.
yeah.
That throw was 65 yards in the air.
Yep. Yeah, if Buffalo catches the ball on a couple of those throws, the game's different. And by the way, Mahomes didn't have to do much in that game. Mahomes was
Yeah.
perfect, was efficient, did what they needed him to do. That's exactly what you want from your quarterback in a playoff game. It comes down to efficiency. It's not about, oh, how many yards did you throw for? Did you throw? Well, like, we get caught up in that nonsense, and I'm sorry. This is where, again, I could go on and on about statistics, but I'm sorry, statistics in football, I just don't think they mean that much. The sample size is always way too small, and you have to watch the games. Like, most of this can easily be, you can figure this out by watching the games.